So after that thrilling men's doubles, now to the second of the men's singles, Kenichi Tago of Japan up against the number 6 seed Bao Chunlai of China. Left-handed Bao Chunlai, 27 years of age, born in Changsha in Hunan province in China. Kenichi Tago, just 20 years of age, world ranking of 20, and here he is in the All England semi-final. So as far as Bao Chunlai is concerned, well, the big sensation, of course, was beating his teammate, the defending champion, 4-time defending champion, player who's been in the final for the last 6 years, Lin Dan, beating him in the quarter-final yesterday. That was a huge surprise. And I have to say, I thought after dropping that second game, I thought the match was going to go Lin Dan's way. But we know that Bao Chunlai is in good form because, of course, he won last week at the German Open. As far as Tago is concerned, well, he's beaten 2-seeded players on the way through to this semi-final. Nguyen from Vietnam, 2 straight games, the number 7 seed. Joachim Pearson, who has been in an All England quarter-final in the second round, obviously not this year, and then against the Olympic bronze medalist and World Championship silver medalist from last year, Chen Jin, the number 3 seed in the quarter-final. Of course, Chen Jin won this title 2 years ago, so winning through in 3 games, huge surprise, and what an adventure this is for the youngster from Japan. 20 years of age. Silver medalist at the World Junior Championships in New Zealand in 2007, lost out to Chen Long in that final. This his 4th Super Series semi-final, but he's never progressed through a semi-final to the final. And this obviously is a big ask today, because the left-handed Bao Chunlai has already reached the All England semi-final on 3 previous occasions. He, of course, was a former World Junior Champion himself. Frank Ingolson of Denmark. Service judge Mark Allen from England.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Bao Chunlai, China. On my left, Kenichi Tago, Japan. Kenichi Tago to serve, love all, play. Service over. 1 love.
This is such a big occasion for Kenichi Tago. Just 20 years of age. Up against the vastly experienced Bao Chunlai, 27 years of age, 3 World Championship medals, Bao Chunlai, silver and a couple of bronze. Up against a youngster from Japan who has never been in a Super Series tournament final. But he comes from good stock. Of course, his mother was an All England champion, Yoshiko Yonakura. You remember Yonakura with Takuda, women's doubles champions, back in 1978?
My first All England as a spectator.
Is that right? Well, must remember it well.
Service over.
We're showing our age here.
2-1.
And of course, Ian, there have been question marks about Bao Chunlai in the past and about whether he's got the nerve for the big occasion. A number of times he reached finals but couldn't win finals. That was a real question mark. But in today's semi-final, given the fact that last week he won the title, the Grand Prix Gold event in Germany. He's in good form. He's defeated the defending champion, Lin Dan. You've got to favour him for this match.
Absolutely. Bao Chunlai is a player I've been watching for a long time. I was actually out in the World Juniors in 2000 when he won that, actually beating Lin Dan. And he's just over the last sort of 4 or 5 years just been in the shadow of Lin Dan, and I think mentally that's been very tough for him. But on his day, he's got an attack that at times is almost unplayable.
Yeah, and I think over the last year he's suddenly found some sort of mental strength or capacity that he didn't have previously. 4 titles last year. Prior to that, never more than 1 title in a year. Oh, that's very, very clever play. And when you consider that prior to 2009, he'd reached 18 finals, but only won 3 of them. That wasn't a good record, and there was real question marks about his mental capacity.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of stories in the lead-up to Beijing the year before, well, the 18 months before Beijing, really, that Bao Chunlai attracts a lot of publicity in China. He's very popular with some of the young girls' magazines, and he does some modelling. And there were a lot of concerns in the China camp that he's been a little bit distracted by some of the publicity work he'd been doing leading up to Beijing. But since Beijing, he seems to have got his head down and really found a lot more determination than maybe he's demonstrated pre-Olympics.
Missed it.
Service over.
If you were working with a young player like Tago, what would you have said to him before this, obviously the biggest match of his life so far? What would you say to, you know, if you're feeling a little bit nervous at the start of the match, how does a player overcome that?
I think it's really trying to build him up from last night, really, to get him in a position where he doesn't feel any pressure, where he feels he can go on and play free and play his game. He's played exceptionally well this week, and I've got a feeling it could be a little bit like the Korean qualifier who played Lee Chong-wei last night. If he can go on with that same attitude and just play his game, use it for experience, but really get stuck in and show his quality.
Luck of the neckboard, that would certainly help settle the nerves. Park Ji-bon on the left as we're looking at them. Former Korean world and Olympic champion, of course All England champion in the men's and mixed doubles as well, now coaching in Japan.
It's also good to see Tago playing well again, because last year he had a terrible run of tournaments where he had 5 or 6 consecutive first-round losses and really had a big loss of confidence at that point. So it's good to see him coming back at this level. Sometimes very difficult for these young players when they come through early. He was thrown into the Japanese team at a very early age, played Sudirman Cup at 17, and sometimes there's a slight reaction to that when they do come out of the juniors, that there's more pressure when they suddenly realise that's it, they're in with the big boys full time now.
Yes, I remember that Sudirman Cup in Glasgow, I seem to remember.
Service over. 9-5.
Steep angle. In game for the cross court. That's the one that did the damage, opened up the court for the possibility of that cross-court winner